Hello, Stockton University. I'm Colton Van Cleave, and we'd like to welcome you back to the Nest, your most trusted source for all things Stockton and more.
And I'm Jackson Boisvert, excited to be back for our second season. So get ready, Stockton.
You have just entered the Nest. "21 teachers from Panama are here at Stockton to partake in an 8-week bilingual program. This was set up back in July when President Kesselman visited Panama to meet with officials from the Panama Bilingual Initiative. The goal is to help educators from Panama master the English language in order to teach it back to students. Supreme Court Justice Neil Gorsuch addressed Stockton University and Hughes Center on January 23rd. The newly appointed judge of the Supreme Court discussed his time spent as a civil servant at the DOJ and much more. You can see what Tyler Osborne and Bill Watt had to say about the event on page 1 of the Argo. Former Team USA gymnastics coach Larry Nasser was sentenced to 175 years for the sexual abuse of over 168 young girls. The sentence was given by Judge Aquilina, who stated in court after delivering the verdict, "I just signed your death warrant." You can read more on the case on page 7 of the Argo. Congress brought an end to a 3-day government shutdown on January 22nd. Signed by President Trump, this bill will fund the government through February 16th and also renewed funds for CHIP, which provides low-income families with health insurance for 6 years. Issues like the ongoing feud over immigration between Democrats and Republicans is still a continuous thing. Last Friday, January 26, OTW Wrestling came to Stockton University. This event was sponsored by the Office of Military and Veteran Services here at Stockton. I was actually able to sit down with one of the OTW wrestlers competing that night, McDrake. We had a very interesting discussion about professional wrestling and the broader picture behind the sport itself. So let's check it out. Hello, Stockton University. I'm Colton Van Cleave. I'm here with Mick Drake, once Stockton employee, now professional wrestler. How you doing tonight?
I'm great. Thanks for having me, Colton.
You really weren't into wrestling pretty much your whole life until you said college. You said, or
So I was a big fan growing up of Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage, but I wasn't a wrestler until I got to college. I mostly played basketball, a little bit of tennis, a little bit of soccer. I remember my freshman year of college thinking like, oh man, I wish I had taken basketball more seriously. That was the first time in my life I really had that feeling. And so I was like, oh, this is an awful feeling, Colton. Like I don't want to feel like this ever again. And I was like, well, what is it that I want, I need, I want to accomplish? And it was pro wrestling. And in that moment, I made that decision, like, listen, if I do this, I'm doing it 100%.
Coming from a professional wrestler like yourself, how do you create that character? Does that kind of show a little bit of how you are?
So me, myself, I am me. I'm super competitive, obsessive competitive. And I will do anything to win.
Can't wait to see what the future holds for McDrake. I'll definitely be rooting for him. You can see my full interview in the link down below. Super Bowl 52 is this Sunday, so Colton and I went to the campus center to check out what students were thinking on the game.
What's going on, guys? We are here asking you, the Stockton community, what you think of Super Bowl 52. Who do you guys think is going to win Super Bowl 52?
Absolutely the Patriots. I didn't even think it was a decision.
Yeah, probably Patriots, man.
I think the Patriots will beat the Eagles 28-24.
Now, who do you want to win?
The Eagles.
Eagles, for sure.
For sure.
Reason I don't want the Eagles to win is it's not that I hate Philadelphia. I love Philadelphia. It's just Eagle fans.
The fans, man.
I just feel like the
They need to
fans
go
are
down.
really what makes me upset about the Eagles. And if they were to win, we can't say you haven't won the Super Bowl since 2004, So we have to hold that over their head as much as possible.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't mind seeing Philly win. I don't want the Philly fans to win.
Who do you guys think is going to win?
The Eagles, for sure.
No.
No?
The Eagles are not winning.
Go Birds.
You're not even an Eagles fan.
What? Eagles are going to win.
Why is that?
There's just so much spirit. They can't lose.
You can't doubt the spirit for you.
I heard the Patriots are cheaters, so I don't watch football, but they could win because they're cheaters. Don't come for me, Patriots fans, but
Who do you think's going to win?
aren't they like tied, like neck and neck? I'm gonna say I'm rooting for the Eagles because they've been the underdogs, and I feel like they've been doing very well. But I don't know. Without Carson Wentz, it might be an issue, but we'll see.
It'll be an outstanding football game, as many of us know. Many of us know that Tom Brady has been there several times, and we all know this story, and people call it a Cinderella story about Nick Foles. I think the difference here is I think overall the Patriots have struggled to make it to where they are, and they get a chance to do well. But I think the Eagles have an overall better team, and our defensive line is much better than their offensive line. Our offensive line is good and solid, but I think our defensive line, if they can get to Brady without blitzing, should put us in a good situation. Our offensive line will help us run the ball better. We know Brady will find matchups that will make it difficult for a few people, like Jenkins and some of the other folks for a while. But I think we're looking at the Eagles, I want to say 33-26 Eagles win.
Well, I, for one, think it's going to be a 34-28 Eagles win. You can see it right here.
All right. Have a safe and fun Super Bowl Sunday, and have a great week, Stockton University.
I'm Colton.
And I'm Jackson.
We're Stockton University's most trusted news source.
Like and subscribe below.